Hello, my favorite stampers. Brenda Hillard here at Create with Brenda. Today I have kind of a fun thing for you. It's probably if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you've already seen it elsewhere. Unfortunately, I love Paper Pumpkin. In fact, I have a group that meets at my house every month, and we put together our pumpkins. We gather together, put our pumpkins together, and then I always have alternative ideas and projects. So the problem though is that I do not usually get my pumpkin until the 20th of each month. And so therefore there's a lot of people out there who already have their pumpkins, so you've seen it. So I'm not going to do a total unboxing today, but I am going to show you parts and pieces, and then I'm going to show you kind of a fun alternative that I've put together and just want to share with you. So a couple of other business items, and I'll do that once we turn down to my workstation. So let's go down to my work desk and I'll show you what I've got today. All right, so here we are. Here's what I've got, and I think I have to lift it up. It's kind of a light print, but next Tuesday, Stampin' Up! Is doing a 24-hour sale. So everything, I shouldn't say everything, almost everything out of the annual catalog and the August through December mini is 10% off. So that means you have 24 hours on Tuesday to go on and place your orders. The one thing I do want to share with you is that here at Create with Brenda, there's no exclusions, there's no exceptions. So everything that is ordered with me will be 10% off. So that being said, of course, my the host code gift will not be included on this sale, but still, if your order is under $150, feel free to use my host code when ordering. So my host code for this month is right here. And if you have any questions about it, it's on my website and it's on my online store, so you can check it there too. If you are not an online orderer, you can feel free to text me, you can email me, you can call me with your order, and I'll take those starting now and then place your order on Tuesday during the sale. If you want to place your own online order, fine by me, and I will catch up to you with the 10% off anything that may not have been included on the sale per Stampin' Up! Because like I said, everything at Create with Brenda is 10%. I'm not doing those exclusions or exceptions. So I hope you'll order with me. I'm excited for the sale. It's a good time too with Christmas coming, if you have that stamper in your life. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is every month at Create with Brenda, I offer a coordinating cardstock pack with or for Paper Pumpkin. So this month, the coordinating colors are Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, the In Color Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight, Mint Macaron, and Shaded Spruce. And then, of course, Whisper White. So, is what you will receive in your pack if you order one from me is you will get four, they're 8.5 by 5.5, so they're card based. You will get 4 sheets of each color. So this month there's 6 coordinating colors, so you'll get 24 sheets total. And then I always package them in a nice little package like this so that they're ready to go to you, and I ship them if shipping is necessary. Let's back up here a bit. I sell the pack for $10, and if I have to ship it, it's plus shipping to you. So is all you have to do is, again, call, text, email, let me know that you would like to reserve your cardstock pack, and then I make it up for you and I invoice you your total. So there it is. Every single month you can get the coordinating cardstock packs. So let me show you the fun little projects I've got going here so far. And like I said, I received my kit yesterday, so I haven't really, well, I shouldn't say that. I have dug in and done a few things. So this month you get 3 different cute little gingerbread house styles. So there's this one with the yellow door. There's this one with the mint macaron, and you'll see they all have different shingles. And then there's this one with the shaded spruce, and this has the scallops. Cute, right? And they're designed to turn into gift card holders. And so they have these fun little envelopes then that you can put your gift card holder in once it's stuffed. So that being said, I wanted to show you a little project that I came up with. Let's see, let's go through this first. So here's the envelope, and then I made this one just as they suggested that you do it. So you stamp the ink color that came this month is the Blushing Bride. So you stamp the background here on the white, and then I stamped the verse which says wishing you a jolly Christmas, and then you pop both the sentiment and the little white scalloped front of the gingerbread house up on dimensionals, and you get a ton of dimensionals in this month's kit. And then on the back side you use one of the plain houses that come, and again you stamped that, and the to and from is in the stamp set this month, which I didn't show you and I will. And then these adorable little peppermint embellishments. So it's designed so that the gift card fits right on the inside here, and then once you do your to and from on the back, your gift card holder fits in this little envelope, and it's all decorated and ready for gift giving. Cute, huh? I thought so. And I do give a fair amount of gift cards, but I don't do a lot of gift cards. So here's what I came up with. This I thought was cute in that is all I did was cut when you get these little houses in your kit, they have this scored flap. So all I did was put that on my trimmer, and I trimmed off the flap. And then I did it exactly as they said with popping this, stamping the label, popping it up. But with cutting that off, it makes just a cute little, like a little gift bag card that you can attach either to a package or a gift bag. And again, it fits perfectly inside of the cute little envelopes that came with the set. Here's another one I did, and this one it was like, gosh, I don't know. I cut the houses in half. So I just cut right along here. So then you have this one printed with the door, but then you have this plain one with nothing on it. And it's like, well, what am I going to do with that? So I saved, when you punch out this door, I saved this piece. And all I did was lay it on a piece of the designer series paper, the 6x6 in color. So in here, there's a wood grained cinnamon cider piece. So So as all I did was lay this on here, and then I cut around to make a door, and that's where this came from. You can see the wood grain on there, I think. Yeah. And then the other thing that coordinates really, really cute with this is the 2020-2022 in color enamel dots. So that's what I did here, was just lined the doorway with enamel dots, and then stamped my sentiment from the stamp set this month. And is what this really does need is just a couple more. One thing I will tell you, when you're picking these up, you have to really, really dig down. Otherwise, the clear dot comes off, but the enamel sticky will stay on. So let's do a yellow one just to brighten this up a little bit. So there, look how much that adds, just doing the extra little dots. But the enamel dots, if you don't have them, those would be a good thing to put on your order, because it really does sweeten that up. And then this is the coordinating cinnamon cider ribbon, and this ribbon is really, really nice. It ties nice. It's just a flat, kind of a woven ribbon. So I just took some of that and did a little tie at the top of my tag, and then on the back I just added the to and from. So you can make gift tags if you don't need them all for gift card holders. They make great tags for packages too. So there's that. And what else? What else have I made so far? Oh, I've done a couple cards, and I'll be sharing these on my Pinterest site. If you don't know about that, I do have a Pinterest board for Paper Pumpkin, and I add all my alternate projects there every month. So check that out. There's some kind of good ideas in there, if I don't say so myself. But anyway, here's one of the cards that I did, and this again is using the Calypso Coral, which comes in my cardstock pack. This stamp is from the set as well, and I just thought it made kind of a cute corner on there. Can you see the little heart that I die cut and put that in the window up there? And then on the inside of my card, I just have with love and another little heart. Wishing you a jolly Christmas with love. And then of course, you know my saying, no naked envelopes. So I just did that little stamp on the flap and added the heart to pull the project together. So there's one of the cards. And then this one. And I thought this was kind of cute. I'm going to take it out of this jacket so that you can see. But I used the snowflake embossing folder. And then I just took some of our white craft ink and rubbed that on this balmy blue. And then I used the dies from Trimming the Town. And I stamped the house. The house comes in the stamp set this month. I used some of our iridescent ribbon, and that's from the Snowflake Suite, and then just stamped the Happy Holidays. And I think you can see them, but I used some of the adhesive backed snowflakes too on this, and I thought it turned out really cute. I gave the windows just a little brush of Wink of Stella, and then I colored these with our watercolor pencils. So, and then the inside, again, just wishing you a jolly Christmas, and I added a few of the snowflakes, and then that same little swirl on the flap with some snowflakes too. So there's an alternate idea. This snowflake embossing folder is really fun. So if you don't have that, that's another thing to put on your wish list. And then this is the last card, or this is as far as I've gotten with cards. So I am not usually, I don't usually use retired product. However, when we saw this kit, these little gingerbreads, this is one of the, or gingerbread men, I should say. This is one of the sets and one of the punches that I have kept. I don't usually keep my retired product unless I just absolutely love it. And I absolutely love him, and I love the reindeer. And they're from the Cookie Cutter Christmas, and that was a few years ago actually. But anyway, I dug him out because I just thought it would be cute to have him peeking out. I love the brick or the mortar embossing folder in the back, and then I used some of the weave, the basket weave ribbon from the combo out of the annual the August through December mini, and I thought that just helped bring in the mint macaron. So again, I pretty much put the house together just like they say, only I had cut it. So I just used one piece, and then on the inside I used the sentiment too from the Cookie Cutter Christmas. But yeah, so those are the cards that I have put together so far, but please stay tuned because I will have lots more coming. So let me show you this fun thing. I have to grab one thing. I forgot to grab the treat for inside our project. And I have such a stash of candy down here. But this holds the Ghirardelli squares, the chocolate squares, and those are always kind of a fun thing. So here's what we're going to make. You put the gift card holder together just like the instructions, the step-by-step instructions in the Paper Pumpkin Kit describe. But I used a little bit of cinnamon cider ribbon, and then our baker's twine is also retired, but it works the best for this. So the two things I'm going to use that are retired on this project is the baker's twine, and then I'm also going to use our hole punch. They don't sell these anymore, but I wish they did. So is what this does is you just pull up on the ribbon and out comes the chocolate. How fun is that? And then you can just push it right back in and good to go. But who's going to want to put it back in with a piece of chocolate in there? All right, let me show you the project here. And then this will help you too if you have any questions about how to put your gift card holders together. So I'm going to punch this out, and you guys save this because I think this could be used as a gumdrop somewhere on something. So I've been saving my stars, I've been saving my doors, I've been saving my hearts. All right, so I'm going to use my big Stampin', my classic Stampin' pad of Blushing Bride, but there is always, every month you get your little ink in there. And the other thing too is I haven't shown you yet is the stamp set, but you'll see a lot of the stamps in action here now. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see better. So with the photopolymer, I'm using my piercing pad underneath, and I always just put a piece of paper on top to keep my pad clean. But I'm inking it up here, and then I'm just going to press this down around the doorway. Good. And then I'm going to bring in the other stamp set, or the other stamp from the set, and I'm going to stamp that right above that little peek out window up there. So that's what creates the front of your house, okay? And then here's our gift card holder. And as I told you before, it's got this scored flap, so I'm just going to fold that over. And I'm going to just give that a little burnish here with the bone folder so we get a good fold. And then in this pumpkin came a roll of tear and tape, which I love tear and tape. It's a really strong hold for boxes or 3D products. And in the directions for the gift card holder, it talks about putting just the little mini glue dots here. But being we're putting in the chocolate, I'm going to give this a strip of the tear and tape as well. Now, tear and tape is a lot like our dimensionals in that it has a little wax paper piece. So I'm just going to pick that up here with my take your pick tool. And this one too. And then I'm going to fold this down. Okay? And then I'm just going to go across the bottom too. So now it's sealed. All right? Let's put our dimensionals on. And you guys, you can see I use the edges of my dimensionals too. Waste not, want not. All right. So we'll just take the backings off from those. Ooh, I'm getting new furniture, living room furniture on Tuesday, and I've been cleaning and scrubbing, and I have totally broken off my nails. So picking things up is a little bit difficult. All right, so that's on the front of our treat holder. Then you get this whole sheet of labels. I'm going to use one of the Calypso Coral labels. And I'm going to switch it up a little bit for my sentiment. I'm going to use the Just Jade, which if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you have Just Jade because it came in your Paper Pumpkin kit last month. And this is really a good color for showing up well on our project here. Isn't that cute? All right. So then a couple more dimensionals on the back of that. And we'll take those backings off. And I'm just going to mount this right above our doorway. All right. And on our other one, I had put, remember me telling you about these coordinating little enamel dots? And you can see they go around the door here, but I'm just going to add a couple more just to brighten up our sentiment here. It's always so hard to know exactly where you want these. See me bouncing around there trying to decide. If you don't have one of these take your pick tools, you should seriously consider. They're so awesome for these little embellishments and making sure that you pick it up all the way with the glue. And then sequins too, the putty end of it just grabs onto sequins and you can set them right down on the glue. This does turn out, and the reason I'm telling you this is I had a customer this week. She's like, I don't think I got the right tool. I wanted the pointy end, and I've got one that has a spatula. But as you can see, you can turn, unlock, push it in, lock it, and then you have the pointed tip. Kind of cool, huh? And then when you order this, you get an extra putty, and you can buy replacement putty tips too. So. All right, back to our project. Now is where I'm going to bring in that retired punch. but you can use any kind of a small hole punch. And I'm just going to punch through both the front and the back, and I'm going to go right through that little window up there, okay? All right, so there's our hole. And then the cinnamon cider ribbon. So is what you want to do is you want to make sure you have enough up here to tie. I'm just going to double it up, bring it back up there, and we'll give that a snip. And then you feed this through both holes, both front and back, and just kind of even these up. And then I think you'll be able to see this on the camera, but I'm going to take my bone folder, and you see how when I pop this apart, how you can see the ribbon in there, but you just push it down so that it kind of goes down equally. Did you see that? So now it's way down in there, and then that's when I can put my piece of chocolate in. These come up, and here comes my other retired product. I always feel bad using retired product, but I'm sure you have leftovers too, and so, or have some kind of twine that you can use to do this. And then you simply tie it, and you can either do a knot or a bow, and I like bows, but I know that not everybody is about the bows. So I'm going to just make my bow a little bit smaller by pulling the tails, and then I can center this and slide it down towards the peak of the house. And then I want to just trim those little frayed edges off my ribbon. But look, there's my treat. And then you can just pull, and out comes your chocolate. Good, huh? And I think these are, I know for me, these are going to be really good to put in my customer thank yous, and great little desk favors and treats, or even mailbox treats for the neighbors. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. I hope you will subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. Please look me up at Create with Brenda, and have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.